Hello, and welcome to another Agile Ticketing Solutions video training session. In this video, we will learn how to create order questions. Order questions are used as a way to gather specific information about customers who purchase a certain item or items in an order. This is especially useful when your organization wants to collect information for a specific event. These questions can be asked for each order or for each ticket. This is not a customer question that will only be asked of a customer once. This is event and pricing specific. To get started, go to the sales organization that you are wanting to build your questions for. Click on the questions icon. Right-click in this area and select New Order Question. There are different order question types that you can select, such as text box, drop-down list, radio buttons, checkbox, or text area. This first question I'm going to create is I'm going to make it as a drop-down list. So I'm going to ask, are you a... And then I'm going to create my available values. The available values is a list of items that I want to appear in the drop-down box for them to select. And in between each answer, I'm going to click the tilde button to separate each answer. In the default value, you can enter the answer that you want the question to automatically default to, such as, I want student to be the very first one. I can enter student as the default. Or if it's a yes/no question, which we will do here in a little bit, you can choose which answer will show up first. I'm not going to populate this right now, so if you don't populate it, it will not appear. Next, we can give an example text for a drop-down list. You don't necessarily need to have an example text out there, but you can create the example text to allow you to show the customer how we need them to answer the information. The display group allows you to group this information based on different categories that you preset. If you do not have a display group that is in this area, you click the ellipsis button and create a new category. For this purpose, I'm going to click on customer information. So all of these questions that I'm associating under customer information will be grouped together. Next is the usage. So we can select that this is per event or per ticket. So for this purpose, because this is a dinner that I'm setting up and asking specific questions, I want this to be per ticket. So that way it's answered for every person that has a seat. The display sequence allows me to select how I want the questions to appear. So this one is going to be my very first question that I asked. So I'm going to put display sequence of 1. If this information needs to be listed and populated on a ticket format, we can actually select that here. If you leave it at 0, it will not populate on the ticket format. Since this is a drop-down, there is no max length for the answer, but if it were a text question where the answer must be typed out, the character limitation automatically defaults to 500. If this is a required question, you check mark this, and then the customer will have to answer that before they can continue on to the next question or into the next page to finalize their order. If this is an agent-only question that's only asked in the sales portion of Agile and not online, you can check mark that. And once you've got all of this completed, we're going to go ahead and hit apply. So now I have my first question created. Next, I'm going to ask another specific question, and I'm going to create this as a radio button selection. I'm going to add my available values. I'm going to make my default value and then I'm going to associate this with each ticket, set my display sequence, and we do want this to be populated on the ticket format. So I'm going to go ahead and select this as question 1 to appear on there, and we're going to make this a required question. Don't forget to select the display group. As you can see, it gave me a warning because I did not select the display group that we want the question under. And we're going to do one more. Once you have all of your questions set up, now you need to go into the event that you wish to apply these questions to, and we're going to click on the price and go to the questions tab. We're going to move them from the available questions column to the selected questions column. So I'm going to move all of those over here and hit apply. And now those are set up to ask every time one of these tickets are purchased. Thank you for joining us today. If you need more information, please contact our support team at support@agiletix.com, or you can visit our community at agiletix.com/community.